All right, scholars, we're going to do another word work video. It's going to be just like we do it in class. So go ahead and get out a piece of paper and a pencil so that when it's time for you to write sounds, you can do that. Okay, so we're going to get started with reading our sounds. So when I put it up, you're going to say the sound, and I'll say it in just a second afterwards, so that way you can make sure that you got it correct. E, I, A, I, Ch, A, A, Sh, Ch, Th, Qu, R, J, or, all, oi. Let's start at the top. A, E, I, O, U, I. Oi. A, W, A, U or ow or o, ear, squa, spla, scra, spra, sh. All right, now great job with those. Now get out your pencil and get ready to go. All right, we're gonna practice some of those 3-letter blends, and I will type them up after we do them so that you can make sure you have them. So I'll make sure I got it big enough. There we go. All right, your first one is spra. Say it back to me. Spra. Now write the letters that make the spra sound. That's right, S-P-R. All right, next is squa. Squa. Say it back to me. Squa. Now write the letters that make the squa sound. S-Q-U. All right, next up is scra. Scra. Say it back. Scra. Now write the letters. Scra. S-C-R. Good. Next is shra. 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 Say it back to me. Now write the letters. S-H-R. Next up is spla. Spla. Say it back to me. Spla. And now write the letters. S-P-L. All right, now the next one, I want you to write how you make the ch sound at the end of a word after a short vowel. So listen to that again. Make the ch sound at the end of the word after a short vowel. Exactly. You should have written TCH makes the ch sound at the end of a word after a short vowel. All right, next is how you make the long A at the end of a word. The long A sound, which is A, at the end of a word. A-Y. All right, so that's all the spelling sounds we're gonna do. So put your pencil down, put your eyes all the way back up on the board because we're about to read some words. Okay, so now we're gonna read our words. We'll go at the top, read them through just like we do in class. Spring, sprint, sprite, sprite. Say that one again, sprite. Good job, I wanna hear the long I right there. Sprung, spry, spree. So remember, our double E makes an E sound, so spree. Spray, spruce, sprang, sprig, sprain, springer. Good. Square, squishing. Good job getting all the sounds. Squint, squinching. Another long one, so make sure you get them all. Let's say it again. Squinching. Good job. Squid, squishes. Squeeze, squinting, squelch, squish, squinch, and squire. Good job. Slay, shrimp, sage, scrub, tears, splat, scrimp, shred. Good, let's keep going. Place, screech, splotch, stagecraft, the compound word, scratch, slashes, shrank, split, shrill, script, spleen, dirge, space, splint, screen, shrine. Good. All right, now we got our sentences. Sprint to the spruce tree. The sunshine will make you squint. That door has a long scratch on it. A splotch of paint fell on the drop cloth. All right, now you need to get your pencil ready again and your piece of paper ready. All right, so we're going to start with some of our words that have that 3-letter blend at the beginning. So make sure you listen to all the sounds and you write them all down. All right, so our first word is going to be scratch. Scratch. Say it back to me. Scratch. Now touch spell. Scr. Atch. Scratch. Scr. Atch. Gonna make the scr sound with SCR. Ah with a short A. And then the ch sound, because it's with a short vowel, it's gonna be TCH. So SCRATCH. Good job. All right, next up is going to be scrunch. Scrunch. Say it back to me. And now let's touch spell it. Scr. Ch. Let's do it again. Scr. Ch. So scr. Going to be SCR. U. And then ch. Scrunch. All right. Next up, we have the word shrub. Say it back to me. Shrub. One more time. Shrub. Good. You got to get all the sounds in there. Now, let's touch spell it. Shrub. B. Shrub. Shrub. B. Shrub. Shrub is going to be with SHR. Is our short U. And then B is just the B. So SHRUB. All right, next up is going to be the word shrink. Say it back to me. Shrink. Good job. Now let's touch spell it. Shra. Ink. Shra. Ink. Shra. SHR. Ink is our INK. We learned that sound earlier this year. Awesome job. All right. Let's keep on going with some more words. Our next word is spring. 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 Say it back. And now let's touch spell it. Spruh. Ing. Spruh. Ing. Spruh is made with S-P-R, and then our ing sound is I-N-G. Good job. All right, next up is sprite. Sprite. Say it back to me. And now let's touch spell it. Spruh. Sprite. Let's touch for that one more time. Make sure we get all the sounds. Spruh. All right, let's get started. To make the spruh sound, it's going to be our S-P-R. So spruh. That's a long I, and I'm going to make that with an I and our magic E at the end. So I'm going to put I and then the T, and then I can't forget that magic E because I need it to make that long I. All right, next up is spray. Spray. Say it back to me. Good job, spray. Now let's touch spell it. Spruh. 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 To make the spruh, it's S-P-R. And then A, our long A at the end of a word is made with A-Y. Good job. All right, next up is spring. Spring. Say it back to me. Spring. And now let's touch spell it. Spruh. Ang. Spruh. Ang. Spruh. We know that's our SPR. And then ang is our sound that we learned earlier this year. That's A-N-G. Ang. All right. Next up, we're going to do the word splotch. Splotch. Say it back to me. And now let's touch spell it. The word splotch. Spl. A-ch. Splotch. Spl. S-P-L. Ah, our short O. And then a ch at the end of a short vowel word is going to be T-C-H. Good job. Splotch. Next up is splinter. Splinter. Say it back to me. And now let's touch spell it. Spl. I-N-T-er. Spl. I-N-T-er. Splinter. Spl. We know it's going to be S-P-L. I is our short I. Nt is N-T. And then at the end of the word is made with an E-R. Good job. That was a long word. We got all the sounds in there. All right, next up is square. 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 Say it back to me. And now let's touch spell it. Squa. Square. Squa. So squa is S-Q-U. That's a long A, but it's not at the end of a word, so I'm going to use my A with my magic E at the end. So I'm going to put an A, I need my R, and I can't forget to put that E at the end, making that a long A sound for square. Next up is squish. Squish. Say it back to me. And now let's touch spell it. Squa. I-sh. Squish. Squa. I-sh. All right, let's write down all the sounds that we hear. Squa is S-Q-U. I is our short I, and then sh is S-H. Good job for squish. All right, now we're going to finish our spelling words with some contractions, which means it's going to be two words made into one with an apostrophe. Two words made into one with an apostrophe. All right, so our first word is could've. Could've. Say it back to me. Make sure you say the V at the end. Could've. You gotta get the V sound. And it's going to be spelled with the word could, C-O-U-L-D, apostrophe V-E, to get that V sound. All right, if we can spell could've, can we spell should've? Should've. Say it back to me. And now spell it. S-H-O-U-L-D apostrophe G-E. All right, now we're gonna do the word shill. The contraction shill. Shill. S-H-E apostrophe L-L. Now we've done shill, so let's do will. And then I know some of you are going to go ahead and write hill because we usually do those three together. All right. So now we have spelled all the words that we're going to spell. Okay, so we've spelled all of our words, and now we're going to learn 2 more sounds. So going to be 2 more 3-letter blends. The first one is stra. Say it back to me. Stra. Go ahead and write it in the air as we say it. Stra. Stra. All right, now write it on your leg with just your finger. S-T-R for stra. Now go ahead and write it on your sheet of paper. You can write it 3 times if you want to. I know some of you will. All right, now moving on to our next sound. It's going to be thra. Thra. Say it back to me. Thra. Write it in the air as we say it. Thra. Thra. Now spell it out on your leg with just your finger. T-H. All right, good job. Now we're going to read some words that have these 2 blends. Oh, and go ahead and write this one on your sheet of paper. I almost forgot. I know someone would have caught me if we were in class. All right, so let's read through these words that have stra and thra. Stripe, stripe, strum, string, string, stretch, stretch, thrive, thrive, three, thrash, thrash, and throw. Good job. Now you can go ahead and pause it and write all these words down if you would like. And you can also try to come up with other words that have these 3-letter blends in them, the stra or the thra, or any of the other 3-letter blends that we had practiced during this video.